Alright, what is up guys, welcome back to another video. Now as we can see, we're taking a look at Vechain here, and it looks as though things are pretty much going to plan, as I predicted. Basically, once we came back inside this range, my plan basically was, you can see here, obviously we've got our range that we were in for a long time here. We obviously got the breakdown here with this descending wedge, and then since the start of the year, as we well know, pretty much every single altcoin has been having a nice little rally to the upside, you know, or at least a temporary movement to the upside here. And I said once we came back inside this range here, because you can see we came up, we tested it as resistance, a little bit of a rejection, but we came back inside the range and retested here as support. And I said once that we come up here and come back down and back test this kind of area here, I would be entering a long in this position, which is where I entered here. You can see you got the move to the upside, a bit of consolidation, and now looking like we are getting that continuation. You'll notice if you watched yesterday's video, I did say I'd be looking to target the middle of this range, which is pretty much up at this previous high where we got rejected previously here. You know, basically you would say because of this big bear market resistance here. As you can see, rejected 3 times, and this was the last time that we got rejected heavily here in this area here. Obviously the FTX collapse had a massive part to play in this as well, but you can see this was our next target about halfway up this previous range. You can see resistance, support, and then this is about the halfway point here, isn't it? And you can see on the long position I've drawn in on the chart there that we are looking to target somewhere in this area for taking profits. As you can see, this trade is in a nice amount of profit right now, so I'll probably bring the stop loss up, maybe up to somewhere like, I'd say just under this candle here. And then obviously if it comes down and gets stopped out, we made a nice little trade anyway, but I do think this may well continue up to that level as I stated before. Now that we're back inside the range and we've back tested this area, this previous level of support again as support, now we're back inside of it. Very nice to see, and we're probably going to get, as I said, a continuation up to the next resistance, which is this area here. Obviously you can see with this big drop to the downside here, once you kind of cleared this area, it's pretty much a one-stop shop all the way up to that next key level, which is up here, which is where we're pretty much getting rejected now. You would say, you know, what is it, 2.67 there cents, pretty much where this candle, you know, you can see the big wick and then the candle rejection down here. So pretty much getting rejected at this level here now. But most likely, in my opinion, you'll probably get a continuation up into the range now that we're back inside of it. So you can see both my trades, that trade ideas I've got marked out here. Let me just drag this out so we can see in a bit more granular detail what's going on. But basically what we've got is, you know, we're heading back up inside the range, and I do think we'll get rejected here most likely, which is where I'll probably be taking some profits. But we might get, you know, depending on what the wider market does, a bit of a rejection consolidation, and then a run up. If we can clear this level here, we will be heading up to the top of the range. Very likely in my opinion. Now we're back inside of it, as I said, and that is where I will be looking to take a short position up at this level here. Most likely this is going to be a very key resistance at around 3.4 cents, isn't it? A very interesting place indeed also, where I think a lot of people in this whole range area here for the long term are accumulating Vechain right now. Obviously I do think this is a top project that's probably going to do well in the long term. The all-time high is up at around 28 cents, so that's a key, you know, an easy 10x from this current price, isn't it? If you believe that the price is going to get back to all-time high and beyond. I mean, it's looking like it could be a very nice run over the next 3 or 4 years, isn't it? So I'd say in the short term though, I'm still, you know, my bias is still bearish. You can see obviously we're still making lower lows and lower highs. This is still technically a lower high, isn't it? You can see lower high, and then this is another lower high. You could easily see this continue and roll over with the wider market. So not out of the woods yet by any means, but obviously, as we said, with a lot of altcoins showing signs of life right now, and it will be interesting to see what happens next, basically. So that would be my analysis for today, guys, keeping things short and sweet. I do think this is probably going to head up over the next few weeks to the top of the range, most likely, if we continue this little bullish phase that we are seeing in the crypto markets overall. And if that's the case, I'll be taking a short position, as you can see in this area here, looking to come back inside the range again, probably down about halfway until, you know, we see a break of the range in either direction. So that is it for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching indeed. As always, please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video.